We are back in Destiny 2. This time for a Zer video. Um, he is in Nessus at the moment. More specifically in the Watcher's Grave. So once you land, you just pull out your Sparrow and follow where I go. If you've been watching a lot of Zer videos, you know that in Nessus he almost always if I can get up actually. Mind the Warlock? Yeah. He is always on top of this tree. Oh, a public event just started. So he's right here. Let's see what he has. Oh, completed the Xenology quest. Okay. So he has a Skyburner's Oath, which is a Scout Rifle. An exotic Scout Rifle, actually. The weapon perks are Extended Barrel, Extended Mag for the Empire, and Short Action Stock. It does have a catalyst. The intrinsic trait is Slug Rifle. This weapon lobs explosive slugs. When you're aiming, the slugs travel fast and straight. When you hip fire, the explosion is much larger, and it also applies Scorch to the targets. This is actually phenomenal in PBE and like stuff like GMs, raids, especially if you're going up against cabals, because of this trait for the Empire. It does extra damage to Cabal and penetrates the shields of the phalanx. I would highly recommend getting this weapon if you don't have it, just for PvE for GMs and stuff like that. Moving on to the exotic armor, starting with the Frosties, which is exotic leg armor for the Hunter. The armor perk is rapid cooldown. Basically, when you sprint, your grenade, melee, and dodge regenerate faster. When you dodge, your sprint speed is increased. The total stats is 64, with mobility, resilience, discipline, and strength being high. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. For PvE and PvP, I mean, it's a fun exotic to use, honestly. If you wanna, have fun with it. Moving on to the Ursa Furiosa, which are exotic gauntlets for the Titan. The armor perk is Your Sign Guard. Basically, when you activate your shield and the big shield of basically your super, and you guard damage with it, when the super ends, you get super energy back. The total stats is 65. With intellect being the lowest, so it's not the best. But it has high recovery, and high resilience, which is pretty useful in GMs. Yeah, I mean, this is mostly PvE exotic, just so you can continue getting your supers back and back and back. Moving on to the Starfire Protocol, which is an exotic chest plate for the Warlock. The armor perk is Fusion Harness. Basically, you get an additional fusion grenade. Basically, defeating target with fusion grenades grant you rift energy. Basically, if you want to have a second fusion grenade, I guess you can use Starfire Protocol. The total stats is 69, with recovery being actually pretty high. You can use this in PvE, even though there's better exotics out there, like the Phoenix Protocol or whatever it's called. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool exotic, I guess, if you wanna have another fusion grenade and you like using fusion grenades. You can go ahead and get it. The Hawkmoon that he has for this week, he is one with snapshot sights. It's decent, I guess. If you don't have a decent or a good Hawk Moon, you can get this one. It's not that bad. Moving on to the legendary weapons. You can also get the Xenology quest here. I already completed it from like weeks ago. So it's not appearing here, but if you don't have it completed, it's gonna appear here. You can get a exotic cipher, which you can use in the exotic archive in the tower. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't appear here, but it's gonna appear for you if you haven't done it. As always, he has the exotic engram, which you can buy for 97 legendary shards. Moving on to the legendary weapons. Starting with Jian 7 rifle. It has firmly planted, outlaw. Decent for a pulse rifle, but there's better pulse rifles out there. Death Adder, submachine gun. It has subsistence and moving targets. Decent, I guess. But there's better submachine guns out there, like the Motumok, Recluse, etc. Legal Action 2, which is a pulse rifle, has surplus and frenzy. Decent, I guess. There's better pulse rifles out there, though. Under Your Skin, which is a bow. It has tunnel vision and explosive head. It's actually pretty decent with explosive head for PvP and PvE. But I'm pretty sure you can craft this weapon. If not, you can always get this one. It's pretty decent. Brigand's Law, which is a sidearm. It has Pugilist and Swashbuckler. I don't really use sidearms that much, so I don't know about the perks. But I'm pretty sure you can also craft this weapon. Corsair's Wrath, which is a linear fusion rifle. It has Killing Wind and Kill Clip, which is decent, I guess. For a linear fusion rifle, I mean, there's better linear fusion rifle out there, though. Tarantula, which is a linear fusion rifle. It has Genesis and snapshot sights. I guess you can use this for PvP because of snapshot sights, but I mean, why would you use a linear fusion rifle for PvP?